you know, with a team like that, who, you know, they're going to run what they're going to run, but they run it to perfection, to where if you give them different looks, they still know what to do with the ball, give it to different wideouts. So, you know, I applaud Jacksonville. You know, they are a playoff team. You know, they are the defending Arena Bowl champions. So, you know, we knew it would be a tough matchup, but, you know, truth be told, we thought that we would play a whole lot better than that. So it's unfortunate that, you know, that this was our last performance, because in my mind, this team played way better the games before this, and you know, it's going to be a long off season, knowing that you know, we had an opportunity to make this game more competitive, to where maybe we could have been out on top. But you know, I applaud Jacksonville. So.
And Drico hurt his shoulder.
And Drico had a concussion. Yeah, it was pretty bad. He was in the back throwing up for a minute. So, you know, we chose not to put him back in because of that. There was no way I was going to let him go back in the game.
Who was your backup quarterback?
After Randall, it would have been PJ Bear. Yeah, I mean, he's played some quarterback for me before, so you know, we fixed some things in the protection wise. I mean, in the protection scheme, but we still had some leakage. You know, we were still getting the quarterback hit. You know, they were doing some things up front that the officials didn't see, but you know, things happen in the game, so you know, we can't change that.
Even before he came out, Drico looked like he was a little rusty. What were they doing on defense to sort of make him confused?
Well, we were backed up a lot, and then for the plays that we wanted to run this week, we truly thought they would be in a different coverage, so we had to somewhat adjust to it. And on the first series, you know, that was more so my fault on the play calling. On fourth down, I probably should have called another play, but I went with a screen, and we had to adjust to it. That's why we were kind of out of sync for a minute. We didn't know what to do. Drico wanted to call a timeout, but you know, him and PJ, they kind of made that eye contact to the point where, you know, he just took off and converted it. But right there, that was more so play calling. I think we were just out of rhythm, and we just couldn't find it early on in the first half.
With Bernard, I know you talked about it on Wednesday, but he just had a complete monster game. Just what was it trying to go through and try to defend him with his passes and just?
Well, it was more so, you know, with the field positioning that they had. It wasn't that, you know, he dissected us or anything like that. It was what we did. You know, we tried to reroute some motions. We tried to bang the motion a little bit, or give them a different look, try to jump inside on some things. But you know, they run a pretty good offense. It's more of an option style offense that they run. So because of that, by us jumping one way, they're going to go the other way, and their timing is pretty good. So he did a good job with the ball. You know, I was impressed with him.
What did you tell the team, you know, after that first quarter when you guys were down 27-0? You know, how do you sort of keep their heads in the game?
You know, it wasn't a whole lot that I said to the team, because me personally, I was thinking in my head, all we need to do is just score. You know, just get that first score, get some points on the board, get to the point where we can find some rhythm. Because I knew that we had the ball coming out, and in the way the defense has been playing of late, I just really knew we was going to get more than one stop tonight. I mean, I know we got a couple more later on in the third and fourth quarter, but in the first half, I just knew that we were getting some big plays from someone, from somewhere. We just couldn't find that either on the defense side of the ball.
You disappointed that the team wasn't competitive tonight, because you had been pretty enthusiastic for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I was very disappointed of the outcome, not disappointed in our team, because you know, these guys fought hard. They went through a lot this year. You know, we changed so much, whether it was through the offensive game plan, through philosophies, through, you know, certain players moving from one position to another position. You know, it was just the fact that we just really couldn't get things going tonight. You know, and I explained to the team just for my post-game speech. I said, out of these games that I basically took over, we had 2 off games. You know, in a matter of 7 games, we had 2 off games, because of, you look at the Philly game and this game was probably, you know, not our best performance, but all the other games were very much competitive. I mean, to the point where, you know, it could have went either way.
Just in terms of looking at the loss, do you peg this loss a little bit lower because it just was frustrating to get something going, or would you say that the other losses that were close were kind of just worse?
You know, this for me is worse because it's the last game of the season, and then you have to go into the off season, you know, with this feeling, you know, for the whole off season. You know, that's tough. And then it's on a national stage. You know, we wanted to show the Arena Football Nation what type of team that we changed, or what type of team that we are now. And we just, you know, somewhat hit a brick wall tonight.
Make you a little bit more hungry for the upcoming season, trying to right the ship and try to right some wrongs, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yes, because I'm such a competitor. You know, after tomorrow, I can truly start preparing myself for the off season. You know, this loss right here just makes me want to, you know, make sure that I do all that I can to put this team into the second season for next year, which is the playoffs. Because I don't want to end next year as a regular season end to be our last game. I don't want this no more. That's it? All right. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Derek.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Derek. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. You guys have my number, right? Yep. You have my number.
Sure do. Okay. Thank you, President.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Need a very good support.
Hey guys, I don't care what question you ask, so it's, you know, I hurry them up, because all year I wasn't able to sign autographs for the fans and they get around 6 minutes. I got 5 minutes.
Any questions for PJ? Very quick.
I'm not trying to be rude, it's just all year I haven't.
Good stuff, Mark.
You got any questions?
Any questions for PJ?
Just the first touch, just that touchdown catch. Again, what was just going through your mind with the acrobatic and everything there?
Which one?
The just that I believe it was the athletic one, just coming right off of the. I think it was the first one.
Oh,
That one. Thank you.
Yeah. Nothing. Like I said, Randall came in, and you know, we still have chemistry. You know, we still practice with each other. It's just we thought there was gonna be a defense that they were in, and they were in that defense, a man defense backside. He was playing man. And then I gave him a post move first, stem him up, and I spin him around a little bit, flew to the corner, and Randall just saw me. And he recovered real well because I didn't know he was on my back like that, and it just Randall threw it out there and I had to go get it. So we just, you know, I had to make a play for our team. We needed big plays tonight, and I just had to make them.
Chris, just the interception there, just adding it to the mantle there, just the one-handed one. Just how'd that feel for you?
Feel good. You know, just try to have good technique, and when you have good technique, you know, sometimes you're in the right position. So when the ball's in the air, look, and I thought it would be too far to get to, but I just kept my focus on it, and when I caught it, I was happy to make it play for the team.
Last one I have is just how frustrating this loss is to just cap off an overall disappointing season. Just what's going through the mind right now?
You know, the week one was hurt the team, or hurt the organization, the fans. We never really bounced back from that. You know, it was arena football. We got, you know, ranked pretty high in defense, but this is an offensive game, so we never quite found our quarterback or kicker. You know, we tried to make a run at the end on our offensive end, but we just couldn't find our chemistry. So we did the best what we could with what we had, and you know, in this league you got to have a consistent quarterback the whole season.
You want to come back next year, Chris?
Yeah, I would like the opportunity to come back. You know, I love the fans here, love the organization. So, you know, I'm gonna weigh my options just like they're gonna weigh theirs. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Chris.